Good morning, welcome back to Abigail Acres. Today we're going to make carrot muffins. So we're going to use Dan's recipe that he uses to make cake, but I'm going to make it into muffins. Here I'm going to start with 4 carrots. I'm going to peel them and then I'll show you what I do with those. And then as well, I'm going to add walnuts. You don't have to, you don't need to substitute anything in. We just like it. So here we go. All right, so I have gone and peeled 4 carrots. And I'm gonna use my cheese grater, but I'm gonna use this side with the small whorls. And I'm going to grate up my carrots. So I've grated up my 4 carrots. There's probably 3 to 4 cups here of shredded carrot. So this part's optional in your prep, but we personally really like walnuts. So I have the container of our baking walnuts. So I'm gonna just chop some up and throw them in with our carrot mixture. Normally you just want about a cup. I'm not going to measure them. I'm just going to cut some until it looks like an okay ratio in with my carrots. And we'll go from there. I've also seen people use raisins or some sort of dried fruit. When we make oatmeal cookies, Dan really likes craisins, the cranberry raisins. But it's all up to you. I'm going to do walnut today just because it's what we have on hand and they're delicious. So I'm probably just going to, probably about a cup. Nothing too crazy, but enough to add in some extra flavor. So as you can see here, I have maybe a little over a cup of cut walnuts. So I probably should have videoed doing that, but it was 1 cup and 2/3 of vegetable oil going into the bowl. We now have a cup of brown sugar going in, a cup of white sugar. Then I've already started adding the flour, so you want 3 cups and 1/4 of flour. We have a tablespoon of cinnamon, a tablespoon of vanilla. We're going to do 1/4 of a teaspoon of cloves, a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of salt. And now we have 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And then we're going to crack in 6 eggs. So I'm going to do that off camera just because I'm holding it right now, and then we'll be back. Okay, so I have a teddy barking. My 6 eggs in here. I'm going to now add in my carrots and walnuts. And while I mix this up, I have the oven starting to preheat for 375. And I have my muffin liners ready. All right, so I have mixed it all together, and this is what it should look like. It is a thicker consistency. Ted is losing his mind out there. And I'm gonna get it into the muffin pans and into the oven, and I will, so it's 375 for 25 minutes. So when they come out, I will show you what we look like. All right, so we have done our 25 minutes. They are perfect. They're beautiful. I am going to share with you Dan's cream cheese icing recipe. So I'm not going to do that because I believe muffins are supposed to be muffins and not cupcakes. So he has in his recipe book a brick of cream cheese, a 1/3 cup of butter, a tablespoon of vanilla, a pinch of salt, and 2 cups of powdered sugar. He mixes them all together, puts it in the fridge for a few more minutes, and then he will go ahead and ice his what are supposed to be muffins. So that is our carrot muffin recipe. He does it as a cake, so he'd do the exact same recipe. Oh my gosh, my hair. In cake pans, and then he'd bake it for 35 minutes instead. That's all. So I hope you guys try it out. I'd love if you guys do. Let me know how you like it. And yeah, we also have 4 new chicks. So I'm going to include a quick clip here at the end and you guys can see them. They're so sweet. Bye guys. We got new chicks. We got 4. and they are the Isa Browns, the ISA Browns. They're so sweet. They're pretty friendly so far, which is awesome. We got them last night. I do just have them in this tote in our living space, and they've been doing great. Ted's loving watching them as well as my daughter. So it's been super fun.